Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Call 855-MAKIN IT, 855-625-4648. Now, back to more Makin' It with Tommy and Todd.
We're back with Tommy and Todd coast to coast, and it is time for Miss Brittany and the Danger Report.
Yes, it's time for me, and let's see if I can get my sound effects right this time.
The Danger Report.
All right, so the company I'm telling you two about today is Theranos, and I believe that's how you say it. Now, Todd, you're familiar with this company, even though you didn't recognize it by the name. It's a consumer healthcare company that raised more than $400 million in funding and had a valuation of $9 billion in 2014. The company was poised to revolutionize the healthcare industry, and its founder, Elizabeth Holmes, was hailed as the next Steve Jobs. The company's flagship product, the Edison device, could draw and test blood in a single finger prick. In a series of investigative reports, the Wall Street Journal, assessing the accuracy of the blood test, however, decided that it was faulty. So it wasn't doing what it claimed and what it was hailed that it could do. Theranos voided the tens of thousands of blood tests administered in 2014 and 2015. And Holmes' net worth fell from $4.5 billion, which was her 50% stake in the company, down to nothing.
Oh, my.
Now, there's also some follow-up lawsuits and things of the such that they're going through now, and we'll see if anything good can come out of that.
Yeah, wow.
That's called paper net worth.
And your product not fulfilling what the $9 billion promised.
That's amazing.
All right, last segment, guys. It's time for Makin' It or Breakin' It. Okay, we are finishing up our show today discussing, should you hire an assistant when you're just starting your career or business? When are you actually a big enough deal that you need an assistant and you can justify that?
Well, I think I've heard the story about Tony Robbins, and he said when he first started his career, I mean, he wasn't making hardly any money, et cetera. He was speaking at a few places. He said he was running around before he had to catch a plane, and he had to go to the dry cleaners and pick up his dry cleaning, and then he was running here, running there, and he was sprinting to the plane. And then he thought, this is crazy. I need to have an assistant now so I can build my career.
Yeah.
And so he said he hired an assistant, and said, I'm going to pay them for 2 hours a week, then 5 hours a week to do this type of stuff so I can be more productive. So I kind of agree with him that you need to get an assistant sooner than later.
Yeah.
Right.
And really, even if nothing else, to use it to prioritize the things that actually matter in your life,
right,
and recognize what those lower things are, and then start to pass them off more and more to someone else.
There's such a thing called the 80-20 rule, where you spend 80% of your time doing the things that are unproductive to the bottom line, and only 20% of your time is spent doing the things that really make you money.
Well, that should be reversed.
And if you don't have an assistant or some help, then you really are wasting 80% of your time, because if you're by yourself or essentially by yourself, you have to do all of these unproductive tasks in a small business, and it doesn't make sense. I know people that have hired help, whether you call them a virtual assistant or whatever, based on what the particular task is costing them in terms of money and time.
Yeah.
For instance, one guy said that, I'll never mow my lawn again because I can't justify, for $40 spending 2 hours of my time or whatever.
Right.
And those kinds of things, running around just taking care of yourself and so on. But you can also do it too soon. For instance, like if you're in a service business and it's important, you're just starting out and you want to build your brand and your reputation, you don't really want somebody else going out there and rendering that service for you, because it doesn't build your brand and it doesn't build your reputation. Right. So it's a matter of timing to some extent.
Yeah, I think that it's a mentality. A lot of people have a mentality that it's an inefficient mentality. They think that, if I do everything myself, I'm going to save money. And the thought that they're paying out they think that I'm losing money.
Right.
It's just the wrong mentality. It's like a very manual labor mentality.
Yes.
Where you do everything with your own hands and by yourself, and then you never really get any progress.
And in a virtual world, I mean, you can hire people in the Philippines to do certain things, educated people in Pakistan and Israel and all over the world who have great talent at doing things with computers and technology and doing them very cost effectively that you could never duplicate in your own shop.
Well,
Exactly.
I really like this question because at the very least, it makes you think about what things are most essential to your business. And like you said, Tommy, the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, looking at what those top 20% activities are that you should be increasing your volume on,
Right.
and you should be spending the majority of your time on. And then, essentially outsourcing in some way, shape, or form the things that don't matter as much to your bottom line.
And that's an essential mental exercise for any new business.
That's it for today's show. How can you get a hold of us?
Okay, check out our website, makingitnow.com. We have our Facebook feed, our Twitter feed, our Instagram feed, our YouTube channel, and then we also have all of our shows and behind-the-scenes footage all on our website.
Thanks for joining us, America, and keep making it.
This has been Makin It, the source for information, insights, interviews, and in-the-trench advice for startups, struggling, and early-stage entrepreneurs and business owners nationwide.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, staff, management, or advertisers.
For more information, contact Tommy or Todd at 855-MAKIN-IT. That's 855-625-4648. Or at their email address, info@makingitnow.com. Thank you for listening to Makin It.